I'm going to let you work with somebody sitting near you. You're going to try and come up with the equation. I would double check with somebody for sure before you start graphing it. But you're going to complete the square, try and come up with the equation for the parabola, and then see if you can graph it. Okay, here's your answer.
Why do you know so much about Chucky?
Here's your answer.
Oh my god,
So doing the completing the square, the 1 is sitting here already, so I don't have to do anything. Get right into it. -6 divided by 2 is -3. Squared is 9. I added 9. I added to both sides. So there's a 9 there and a 9 there. We did both sides. This, at this step, hopefully got to here. You, again, want to finish with a 1 in front of your x right here. So you want a 1 here. So that means you have to, no matter what the other terms are, you have to take this 4 and factor it out. It just happens that it works nice with the -8. So there's your standard form. The 4 gets set equal to 4p, and the p-value is 1, and then there's the graph. So ask questions if you have it.
Fast.
Go.
That's 3, 2, 1.
You're going to say stop.
Does the p ever be negative?
So I sent the x and the 1 to the other side because they're not part of the y² variable stuff. Then we don't want the 2 here. We can. Listen, we can work with the 2 here. We can. Believe it or not.
I don't want to.
But we're going to put it over there so it's the same thing every time. Okay? So then your 4p gets set equal to 1/2. You divide by 4, and your p is 1/8. So right now, I'm going to pause again. So we got you this far. You can use this information to graph it. And then I'll put the answer up there in a second. So remember, from the vertex of 1, 0, you're moving 1/8 to the focus. You're moving backwards an eighth, so 7/8 will be your axis of symmetry. And your direct symmetry is the y = 0. Okay, so sometimes we go the other direction. I'll give you a picture, and you have to come up with the equation. 0, 0 is my vertex, and I have a focus at 0, -2. Opens down because it'll wrap around that focus every time. So once you know that it's opening down, I want you to write down the y. Doesn't really matter, like if you remember h and k or whatever. But in parentheses, you're going to write y minus something, x minus something. I know y is going to. Oh, I just did that wrong.
Yeah, I was just.
I apologize. I said it, and then I didn't. Okay, because it's going down, x needs to be first and squared, and y is last, and that's a single quantity. So what do we know? What number? Somebody give me some. Where you put 0, 0? What? For the h and the k. Okay, somebody else. Ooh, how'd you get -2?
Well, because like to get the focus, you have to do the vertex minus the p, so it'd be 2.
So the distance from vertex to focus is 2, but you said negative.
I meant positive.
It's negative by going down. What?
But because it's going down, now listen. Anytime you have one of these graphs that we'll be working on in chapter 10, mathematically, Cody's right, it's a distance of 2, but because it's going down or had it been going to the left, you have to make sure you put the negative in there. So we're going to put negative 2 there. Now, if you want to write x minus 0, negative 8, y minus 0, you can do that, or you can just write x squared negative 8y. Either one of those will be an acceptable answer.